Have you noticed that almost everyone seems tired? Not sleepy, not lazy, mentally tired. Which is strange because this should be the easiest time in human history. We have machines that save us time, apps that simplify almost everything, maps that prevent us from getting lost, instant movies, instant music, instant answers. By almost every measure, modern life should feel easier. So, why? Why do so many people feel more exhausted than ever? Why do we finish the day feeling like we carried something very heavy, even if we never lifted anything at all? Maybe because the weight never disappeared. It simply moved. For most of human history, friction was physical. Water, food, shelter, maybe travel, communication. Almost everything demanded physical effort of some sort. So, every generation, we invent ways to remove those obstacles. The wheel, electricity, the automobile, the internet, smartphone. Every invention carried roughly the same promise: make life easier. And in many ways, well, it worked. We walk less, lift less, wait less, mm, search less. Ish. Technology quietly removed thousands of tiny inconveniences. But here's what's strange. What if we didn't eliminate friction at all? What if we simply changed where it lives? Think about your day, maybe yesterday. You probably didn't chop firewood. You probably didn't haul water. You probably didn't spend hours searching for directions. But before lunch, you answered emails, replied to texts, checked the news, compared prices, paid bills, scheduled appointments, maybe reset some passwords, updated your apps, made dozens of tiny little decisions that barely existed a generation ago. None of those things feel particularly difficult by themselves. They're almost effortless. But together, they never really stop. We removed physical friction as much as we could and replaced much of it, though, with cognitive friction. The work didn't disappear. It became invisible-ish. Think about your phone. It isn't just a phone anymore. It's your bank, your wallet, your camera, your GPS, your office, your calendar, all rolled into one. One object replaced dozens. That's an incredible achievement, of course. But now, one object also carries dozens of responsibilities. Every notification asks for your attention. Every app asks for your decision. Every update requires response. Every account needs another password. The friction didn't disappear. It moved straight into your mind. Then something else changed. We stopped waiting. Letters became instant messages. Packages arrived tomorrow. Information became immediate. That sounds wonderful. And much of it is. But every improvement solves yesterday's problem while quietly creating tomorrow's. Technology didn't just make communication faster. It created the expectation that we should respond faster. A text arrives, and silence suddenly feels unusual. Productivity tools save time, so meetings become shorter. Deadlines become tighter. Expectations become higher. It's almost as if Every minute technology gives us is immediately filled with something else. Then we encounter one of the strangest contradictions of modern life. As individuals, we're increasingly expected to operate at the speed of technology, be available, be productive, answer quickly, solve problems immediately. But when we need something from a, let's say, larger system, everything slows down. Please allow 7 to 10 business days. Processing may take 30 days. Your request is under review. Speed flows in one direction. We are expected to operate at digital speed, while many of the institutions around us still operate at organizational speed. Maybe that's what so many people are feeling. Not simply more work, but constantly moving between systems that all measure time differently. One clock is always running and rushing. The other keeps asking us to wait. Living between those clocks is exhausting. Then there's one final shift. For most of history, the scarce resource was information. Today, information is everywhere. What's scarce now is attention. Every app wants it. Every advertisement competes for it. Every notification interrupts it. Every algorithm is designed to capture it. Imagine carrying a backpack, let's say. Every notification adds one little pebble. Every password, another pebble. Every bill, every subscription, every reminder, every appointment, another pebble. None of them feel heavy alone. But by the end of the day, you've been carrying hundreds. That's why people say, I'm tired. Not because one thing was overwhelming necessarily, but because 1,000 tiny things quietly accumulated. Every generation carries weight. We know that. Previous generations often carried more on their bodies. Today's generation increasingly carries more in its minds. Neither is easy. They're simply different forms of effort. Every civilization solves the biggest problems of the one before it, only to create an entirely new category of challenges. The agricultural revolution changed how we survived. The industrial revolution changed how we built. The information age changed how we connected. Perhaps the next great challenge won't be inventing faster technology. It may be learning how to protect our attention. Because progress doesn't just simply come about from removing friction. It's about understanding which kinds of friction were actually helping us too. Patience, anticipation, reflection, resilience. Not every obstacle was an enemy. Some quietly shaped us. Life didn't simply become easier. It didn't simply become harder. It became different. The weight changed. The pace changed. The expectations changed. And maybe that's why so many people feel the way they do. Not because they're failing. Not because they're weak. But because the world changed faster than most of us